Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is directed by J.A. Bayona and stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard and Jeff Goldblum, all reprising their roles from other Jurassic movies, and actors playing new characters such as Rafe Spall, Toby Jones, James Cromwell, and newcomer actress Isabella Sermon. It's been 3 years since Jurassic World, and Owen and Claire, played by Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, are sent on an operation to try and rescue as many dinosaur species as possible from Isla Nublar, which is about to be destroyed by an active volcano. It's a race against time to save as many dinosaurs as possible, but that might actually lead to a real Jurassic World. J.A. Bayona is pretty much the only reason I was actually excited for this movie. I liked Jurassic World when I first saw it, but it doesn't hold up for all the times that I've watched it again. Bayona is one of my favorite storytellers working today. The way that he's created characters and these incredibly dark but also incredibly moving stories with The Orphanage, The Impossible, and A Monster Calls. Just 3 films, and he's changed how I see filmmaking. He really has. And when they announced that he was going to be doing this movie, I was like, that's awesome. That is a really, really cool thing. I cannot wait to see what he can do, to see what new, inventive things he can bring to this franchise, which is sorely lacking in new and inventive things. And yeah, Fallen Kingdom has a couple of interesting ideas, things that I never would have thought would be in a Jurassic movie. Sometimes I thought, that's actually kind of cool. I actually really like that shot. There's some compositions that are really, really different, really unique, very singular. But this movie, like the first one, wastes a lot of really cool concepts on an incredibly stupid script. So many plot contrivances, coincidences, really just cut out characters, stereotypes that we don't care about, constantly suffers from telling the audience something instead of actually showing it, just like the first one. It really feels like the writers didn't learn from all the problems of the first movie and just kind of banked harder on those things and went further and further to places that I don't think they ever should have gone to. The actors are doing fine. I think that Isabella Sermon was the best part of this movie because she actually sells a lot of the poor material really, really well. There's one particular revelation that concerns her character, and she sold every part of that. I thought that she was absolutely captivating. Chris Pratt is charming again. Bryce Dallas Howard is just kind of there to really just be in scenes and say some exposition, and that's about it, and have a few little chuckles with Chris Pratt. Yay, cool. The villains are very generic. James Cromwell is completely wasted on a role that should have been way, way more. And another waste of an actor is Jeff Goldblum. He is only in 2 scenes of this movie, at the very start and the very end. It's a book-ending cameo, and it's just bizarre. It actually doesn't really make a lot of sense for the story. The plot, yeah, at the first half, feels like The Lost World. Trying to get all the dinosaurs off the island, there's a bunch of bad guys who are doing bad guy stuff, and then shenanigans occur on the mainland. But then Fallen Kingdom goes into a second half, goes into what is really like a haunted house with dinosaurs. And that is where Bayona really could have shined the most. He's talked about how the dinosaur in the mansion with the little girl, it's kind of like a haunted castle, and the dinosaur is the dragon and the little girl is the princess, a really kind of fairy tale concept. That's really, really cool. Again, this movie does nothing with it. It just keeps driving in some really absurd twists and plot developments that I don't care about. We're still stuck with a bunch of other characters who never feel like actual characters. The first half of this movie and the second half never match. They just feel smushed together to try and make this cool, adventurous story. We just get this kind of mix mash, hot and cold, that ends up in just lukewarm. It feels as quick-paced, but just as dumb as the first movie. We still have some great visuals. The dinosaurs look better, even though we're still denied frequent practical effects. Michael Giacchino's score is still really solid. Oscar Faras shoots this movie kind of well. This movie looks good, and there's a couple of times where I really thought, okay, I cannot wait to see where you go with this. and it just does nothing with it. It falls flat. I was very disappointed in this movie. I don't feel like this was a J.A. Bayona film. It feels directed by committee. He is an exceptional storyteller, and this is an unexceptional monster movie, and I'll say the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a C.
It's not doing so well.
So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, have you seen it? What did you think about it? What did you think about this review? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more Mr. Movies, click my channel link coming up right here, and thanks for watching.